Actually working pretty nicely. Wow. So when I put my hand up, the light goes off as well. Do that, boom. Hello, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I've been very consistent with my uploads. So without further ado, here is what I have been working on. As you can see, it's a very ugly, almost unrecognizable Cybertruck with a one-armed robot on top of it. It actually runs pretty nicely. It can also turn and reverse. It's controlled by this joystick. Pretty cool. Dang, I really need to get a new mic. Right now I'm using my Android's built-in mic and it sounds terrible. Back to the car. There's two DC motors. One's like right behind this wheel. Right there. One's right here. The other one's right here. And they're connected to this motor driver, which is connected to the Arduino. And there's one servo motor right here that controls the turning. And if I turn that turns the car. And the joystick right here is connected to this backpack, which you may recognize from my last video. And that's basically how the car works. And there's like 10, and then 4 batteries right here. Yeah, because there are a lot of batteries. And there's the HC05 Bluetooth module, which is connected to this Bluetooth module that sends the data wirelessly to the car. And there's pretty low delay. It's like 100 milliseconds. That's how much it is. Pretty cool. And then there's this robot that goes on top of the car, which gets controlled by this arm right here. And here is the robot all connected up. And so if I move this arm, that arm should also move, which it does. If I also... And so basically I can wear the backpack, and then I can use this arm, put it on my arm, and then I can control this arm with my arm. And I can also drive the car. Kind of shaky right now. It's also connected right now because my batteries are almost dead, and I need like 4 more batteries to be able to use all the servos together. And they're kind of jittery whenever I use them because there's not enough power. But it works pretty nicely. Pretty cool. Alright, so this is my first time actually putting on the backpack and testing it out. Let's see how it goes. I just need to plug this in, and hopefully nothing breaks. Oh. Oh, wow. So it's working. Actually working pretty nicely. Wow. So when I put my hand up, the light goes off as well. Do that, boom. Wow. Pretty cool. And I can use my left hand to grab the joystick, but I have my phone in my left hand right now, so I can't really do that. But this is pretty cool, and I think this is gonna break soon. It's shaking pretty badly, but who cares? Wee. Oh shoot. Yeah. I probably not do it too quickly, but let's go. It's working. That's the main part. And I did 3D print all of these things using my 3D printer. Overall, this project was super fun to work on, and it's really fun to drive as well. It doesn't really work that good on hard floor, but because the tires are made out of plastic. Yeah. It's actually pretty big for its size. It looks small on camera, but it's like pretty big. This is my hand compared to the car. As you can see, it's pretty big. Here's the car on carpet. It turns pretty nicely. It's kind of slow right now because the batteries are almost dead. I've been using it all day for videos. I have to retake so many shots, but it turns pretty nicely on carpet. I used Onshape to design the parts for the 3D printer. I made the car in 6 different parts originally, and then I super glued them together. Here's the car. This took forever to make. And yes, I did try and make it like the Tesla Cybertruck by using the picture. And we all know how that went. And this is the steering thing. And these are the wheels. And this is the assembly of the car. This is where the DC motors went. And this is for the servo motor, for the turning thing. And I put the breadboard on top of right here and the Arduino over here. And this is the main body. I also 3D printed it in 3 different parts and then super glued them together. But they broke like so many times, and I just super glued them back together using some slabs like these. I just super glued them, and that's why there's those things on the robot thing. And this is the arm that I 3D printed. This is the forearm. This is like the shoulders and stuff. This was an older model of a car, which sucked. So it kind of looked more like the Cybertruck, but it still sucked, and it was way too small. So I redid it. And for the other model, yep. And this was the robot for the older thing. It looked actually better than the one I made for the newer one. But I did not really care about aesthetics. I just went for functionality, which it did work perfectly fine. And yep, that's all. like if you enjoyed, and do not forget to subscribe because I spent way too long on this for my 60 subscribers who don't even watch my videos.